הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. שלום עליכם, 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 שלום עליכם. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. שבת אחים גם יחד.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome to Bet David. Nice to see people here. It is extremely hot, so I can understand that people are sitting where the breeze is. Welcome, of course, to everybody online. And we will start tonight's service with the lighting of the candles. I'm asking Fiona Capstick to come and do this.
As these candles give light to all who behold them, so may we by our lives give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlikneh shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Blessed are you, eternal our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Amen. Shabbat Shalom. And before we continue on page 130, I'm going to just jump to page 175 and read the prayer at the bottom of the page. You are with us in our prayer, our love and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still, clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, when pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. And now we turn to page 130. Lechunu ranana l'Adonai, naria l'tzu yeshenu, nakadma fanav b'toda bizmirot naria lo, ki el gadol Adonai u'melech gadol al kol Elohim, asher bayado mechkarei aretz v'toafot harim lo, asher lo ayam v'hu asahu v'yabeshet yadav yatsaru. Page 131 at the top. In God's hands are the depths of the earth. The peaks of the mountains are God's. God's is the sea, God made it, and the land which God's hands fashioned. Come, Let us bow down and kneel, bend the knee before God our Maker. For the Eternal One is our God, and we are the people God tends, the flock in God's care. Oh, if you would but heed God's charge this day. Page 133 at the bottom. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash, ki niflaot asa. Sing to God a new song, for you have worked wonders. Your right hand, your holy arm have won you victory. Eternal One, you have shown your victory, displayed your justice in the sight of the nations. You were mindful of your love and faithfulness towards the house of Israel. All the ends of the earth beheld the victory of our God. Hariu l'Adonai kol ha'aretz, pitzchu v'rananu v'zameru.
Samru l'Adonai bechino v'kol zimra, b'chatzotzrot v'kol shofar. Hariu lifnei hamelech Adonai, Samru l'Adonai bechino v'kol zimra, b'chatzotzrot v'kol shofar. Hariu lifnei hamelech Adonai, Iram hayamon lo, tevel v'yoshveiva, ne'arot imcha uchad yachad, harim yiraninu. Lifnei Adonai kiva, lishpot haaretz, yishpot tevel b'tzedek, ve'amim v'meisharim. Yiram hayamon lo, tevel v'yoshveiva, ne'arot imcha uchad yachad, harim yiraninu.
For God is coming to rule the earth. God will rule the world justly and its peoples with equity. Page 135. God enthroned on cherubim is sovereign. Peoples tremble, the earth quakes. God is great in Zion and exalted above all peoples. They praise your name as great and awesome. God is holy. V'oz melech mishpat ahev, ata konanta mesharim, mishpatot tzedakah beYaakov ata asita. Romamu Adonai Eloheinu, v'hishtachavu lahadom raglav. Kadosh hu. I'm going to skip Psalm 29 for a change, and we're going to come to page 138, and the choir will sing Lecha Dodi.
Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, yishmi'anu el hamiuchad. Adonai echad u'shmo echad, l'shem u'tiferet v'lithilah. Lecha Dodi
just had the ritual of welcoming the Sabbath bride. So before we sit down, let's continue the ritual and greet each other. Going to resume the service, page 140, and the choir will sing for us.
How's it go?
Tov le'odot l'Adonai u'lezamer l'shimcha elyon. Tov le'odot l'Adonai u'lezamer l'shimcha elyon. להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות. להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות. טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך העליון. טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך העליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות. להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות. לילה לה 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 לילה לה 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 לילה לה 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 לילה לה לה לילה לה 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 לילה לה לה
The righteous bloom like a date palm. They thrive like a cedar in Lebanon. Planted in the Eternal One's house, they flourish in our God's courts. In old age, they still produce fruit. They are full of sap and freshness, attesting that God is upright, my rock in whom there is no wrong. We turn now to page 144. Please rise for the Chatzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, אמן. בעלמא דיברך יראתי בימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל. בקלה בזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמירה במבורך לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה. יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא בברכתה בשירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תמירן בעלמה ויאמרו אמן.
Please be seated, and we'll continue on page 148. And if you're able to, please read the Hebrew with me. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv harabim, b'chochma poteach she'arim, u'vitbina meshane etim, u'machalif et hazmanim. And we can stop there, and the choir will take over. Sorry about that.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv harabim, b'chochma poteach she'arim, u'vitbuna meshane etim, u'machalif et hazmanim, ומסדר את הכוכבים במשמרותיהם, ברקיע כרצונו, אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני המעריב
Page 150 at the top, and then I'm going to jump to page 151 at the bottom. Ahavat olam beit Yisrael amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim otanu limadeta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu b'shochbenu v'kumenu nasiach b'chukecha. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol, all these things your Torah gives us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works, and the living language that gives it form? Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. We come now to the Shema, page 152. Please rise.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Page 154, and please read with me in the Hebrew. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, b'chol lavavcha, u'v'chol nafshecha, u'v'chol ma'odecha. V'hayu hadvarim ha'ele, asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha, v'shinantam levanecha, v'dibata bam. V'shiftecha b'veitecha, u'vlechtecha v'derech, u'v'shofpecha u'v'kumecha. Ukshatam leot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot bein einecha, uktavtam al mezuzot beitecha, uvisharecha. Laman tizkaru, v'asitem et kol mitzvotai, v'item kedoshim lelohechem, ani Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeti etchem me eretz Mitzrayim, liot lachem lelohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem emet. Please be seated. I'm continuing on page 157, the English at the bottom, so if you would read the indented portion. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love. From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea. This very beautiful prayer recognizes that God is the most powerful entity in the universe and the entity in whom we place all our trust. And it ends, thus it is said, God redeemed Jacob from a hand stronger than his own. Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. And this segues very nicely into the next prayer, which is the Hashkivenu, where we ask God to redeem us from evil and to watch over us as we go about our daily lives. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chayim, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, v'taknenu be'atzah tova milfanecha, v'hoshienu l'man shemecha. Shield and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Defend us against enemies, illness, war, famine, and sorrow. Distance us from wrongdoing. For you, God, watch over us and deliver us. For you, God, are gracious and merciful. God, our going and coming to life and to peace evermore. Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom aleinu, va'al kol amo Yisrael, va'al Yerushalayim. Page 162.
ישמחו במלכותך, ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי שבת, וקוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי שבת, וקוראי עונג שבת. המקדשי המקדשי שבי, המקדשי שבי, כולם יספרו ויתענגו בטובך, ישמחו במלכותך, ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. רצית בו וקידשתו, והשביעי רצית בו וקידשתו שבת. חמדת ימים, חמדת ימים אותו קראת, חמדת ימים אותו קראת, תוקרת שבת. זכר למעשה בראשית, זכר למעשה בראשית שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג שבת.
Being pleased with the seventh day, God hallowed it as the most precious of days, drawing our attention to the work of creation. We come now to the central portion of our service tonight, which is a tefillah, page 164. Please rise.
Ah זוכר חסדי אבות ואמהות, ומביא גאולה לפני בניהם למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה.
Page 168. And if you can read with me in the Hebrew, that'll be great. Ata gibor leolam Adonai, machaye hakol ata rav lehoshir, mashiv haruach umorid hageshem, mazriach hashemesh umorid hatal, machalkel chayim bachesed, machaye hakol barachamim rabim, somech noflim v'rofech cholim umatir asurim, umkayem emunato lishenei afar. Mi chamocha ba'al gevurot umi dome lach, melech memitum chaye umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman ata lahachayot metim, baruch ata Adonai, machaye hakol. Page 171, I'm going to read for a change at the top in English. Days pass and the years vanish, and we walk sightless among miracles. God, fill our eyes with seeing and our minds with knowing. Let there be moments when your presence, like lightning, illumines the darkness in which we walk. Help us to see wherever we gaze that the bush burns unconsumed, and we, clay touched by God, will reach out for holiness and exclaim in wonder, how filled with awe is this place, and we did not know it. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. Page 172. You set aside the seventh day for your name, the pinnacle of creation, and you blessed it above all other days, more sacred than all festival times. So it is written in your Torah. The heaven and the earth were finished, and all their array. On the seventh day, God finished the work that had been doing, and God ceased on the seventh day from all the work that had been done. Then God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because on it God ceased from making all the work of creation. Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu, v'tzevim nuchatenu, katshenu b'mitzvotecha v'ten chelkenu v'toratecha, sabenu mituvecha v'samchenu b'shuatecha, v'taher libenu liovdecha be'emet, v'hanchilenu Adonai Eloheinu, be'avav ratzon Shabbat kodshecha, ve'anuchu va'Yisrael makadshe shmecha. Baruch atah Adonai makadesh haShabbat. Page 174. Find favor, eternal our God, with your people Israel, and accept their prayer in love. May the worship of your people Israel always be acceptable. God, who is near to all who call, turn lovingly to your servants. Pour out your spirit upon us. V'techezena einenu v'shavcha letzion barachamim. Baruch atah Adonai hamachazir shchinato letzion.
More
your teachings enrich our lives and challenge us to give evidence of our devotion. Va'al kulam yitbarach v'yitramam shimcha malkenu tamid leolam va'ed. V'chol achim yuducha v'halalu et shimcha be'emet. Ha'el Yeshuatenu ve'ezratenu Baruch atah Adonai hatov shimcha ucha ma'eh lohodot. We come now, page 178, the prayer for peace, more important now than ever. Read with me in the Hebrew if you can. Shalom Rav al Yisrael, amcha tasim leolam, ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom, v'tov b'einecha levarech et amcha Yisrael, v'chol et uv'chol sha'a b'shlomecha. Baruch atah Adonai hamvarech et amo Yisrael b'shalom. And please be seated. Let's take a few moments for our own silent meditations. This week's parsha is Vayishlach, and here Jacob undergoes a name change. The text tells us that a man fights with Jacob until sunrise. As we know, Jacob emerges triumphantly from the struggle, and interestingly, he requests a blessing. The angel proceeds to change his name to Yisrael, explaining, "Because you have striven with God and with men and have prevailed." However, we find that God also plays a part in this name change, because 2 destinations later, when Jacob has already traveled through Shechem and Sukkot and reaches Beit El, God speaks to him, saying, "You whose name is Jacob, you shall be called Jacob no more, but Israel shall be your name." This change of name raises a number of questions. First, how is it different from previous name changes, such as that from Avram to Abraham? And secondly, why does God change Jacob's name only after he's traveled all the way to Bethel? And finally, why is it necessary for Jacob's name to be changed twice, once by the man and once by God? To answer the first question, the difference in name change between Abraham and Israel can be seen to be a function of the intrinsic symbolism of the names. Abraham means father of a multitude, or father of nations, and so includes the specificity of the old name Avram. The name Avram therefore becomes superfluous. The Yaakov Yisrael name change was taken up by the 16th century scholar who we call Kelly Yakar, who introduced the idea of the two names as complements by emphasizing that although the new one, Yisrael, will be the main one from now on, the old name of Yaakov does not disappear. According to the Kelly Yakar, both names represent aspects of redemption. He posits that the name Jacob represents the physical aspect of redemption, the redemption from slavery, while Yisrael represents a spiritual redemption that will be everlasting. And both aspects of redemption are important, and as such, both names stand side by side. Moving on to the second question of Beit El. Remember that in last week's Parsha, it was in Beit El where Jacob had that dream of angels climbing up and down a ladder, and where God told him the land would be his and he'd have many descendants. Thus, Beit El has great significance as a place of connection between the human and the divine. And it's not accidental then that the name change occurs in this historically charged place after a symbolic rite of passage in which Jacob has struggled to prove his worth. And finally, why is Jacob's name changed twice to Israel? Context here is important. The first name change occurs before Jacob has met with Esau. The second name change after he has met with Esau. In terms of the biblical story, whereas prior to the meeting there was the threat of animosity and war between them, after their meeting they were able to coexist in some form of harmony. And this harmony is a precursor of God's commandment in Genesis 35:1 for Jacob to go to Beit El and build an altar. In other words, you need harmony between people before you can do this spiritual ascent. Not only does Jacob obey this command, but at the stop at Shechem, he ensures that all alien gods that were brought along by his household were buried. So let's look at the timeline. Jacob was born grasping at his brother Esau's heel, so that of course is a physical act. Later, he grasped Esau's birthright and blessing from Isaac, and that's a psychological act for which he then feels guilt. And still later, he wrestles with a man or an angel, we don't know, and his name is changed. So that is a combined physical, psychological, and spiritual act. So by the time he builds that altar at Beit El, he's at that point in his life which sees the culmination of the physical, the psychological, and the spiritual. And only now, when he gets to this state of being, is he fit to be blessed by God and given the name Yisrael, which is, of course, is a name that will resonate down the centuries to our very day. And Shabbat Shalom. We come now to the Aleinu, page 586, and I do have an ark opener and an ark closer. If they will please come up. Page 586, and please rise.
Aleinu leshabbat
Please remain standing, and I'm going to read from page 594 at the top, reading number 4. Why should I wish to see God better than this day? I see something of God in each hour of the 24, and each moment then. In the faces of men and women, I see God, and in my own face in the glass. I find letters from God dropped in the street, and every one is signed by God's name. And I leave them there where they are, for I know that wheresoe'er I go, others will punctually come forever and ever. We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season and years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. And this week from Bet David we remember Norman Isaacs, grandfather of Louise Isaacs, Sidney Beans Levine, father of Gabby Oshry, Niels de Kooning, father of Jacko Swart, Sylvia Volt, mother of Ivan Volt, Claire Raymond, mother of Karina Cohen, David Lane, father of Sandra Cronson, and Chaim Bezuidenhout, father of Shelva Strauss. Note that the unveiling of the tombstone for the late Sybil Pearlstein will take place on Monday, 16th of December, at 12 noon at West Park Jewish Cemetery, with Rabbi Chava Costa officiating. We remember from Bet Menorah in Pretoria, Minnie Leaf, grandmother of Giddy Leaf and mother-in-law of Rona Leaf, Elik Kleitman, father of Shimon Kleitman, and Alan Joss, husband of Jennifer Joss, father of Dale and father-in-law of Vilna Joss. And those, of course, who passed away recently: Michael Larkin, cousin of Diane McCall, Andrea Cohen, aunt of Bianca Jutan, and Adrian Lewis, husband of Beatrice and father of Ethan and Jared. And if anybody has a name they'd like to call out, please do so now. We'll start from this side. We also remember those who have lost their lives in wars and those who have no one to remember them. And the Mourner's Kaddish is on page 598. Please recite with me. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'oma divrach rutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mavorach le'olam olomei umaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'a v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithada v'yithaleh v'yithalal shmei dekudsha b'rechu. La'ela min ko bechata v'shirata. Tush b'chata v'nechemata. Damiran b'oma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shmaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav. Hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, Amen. Please be seated. Thank you to everyone who attended the service, both here in person and, of course, online. Ched is now in recess until January 2025, but Shabbat services will continue throughout the holiday season as usual, unless otherwise advertised. It's with great pleasure we can now confirm that Rabbi Rogerio Kuckerman will be visiting Bet David from the end of January 2025, and he'll be here till after Pesach. And we hope all of you will take advantage of the time he's here and attend the services that he gives. Rabbi Kuckerman has recorded a short bio and introduction video, which can be viewed using the YouTube link that you'll find in the latest Adkan. Note that Shabbat table talks are taking a break until mid-January. The consecration, as I said, of the tombstone for Sybil Pearlstein will take place on Monday. Mikvah Lebi'ir at Bet David is now available for bookings. Please consult the Adkan for more details, and you can also contact Diane McCall. The next Hora and Havdalah event, hosted by Beit Luria, takes place tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. in Parkhurst, Again, look at your trusty Adkan and you'll find the details. After the service, we've got a little brocha there in the foyer, so please join us. And we're going to conclude the service tonight with the singing of Adon Olam, which you'll find on page 625. Shabbat Shalom.
Adon Olam Asher Malach